What is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? We're back again with our daily Kaspa and crypto live stream, and the markets once more are bleeding again. Not nearly as badly as yesterday when we saw a massive flash crash followed by a relief rally, which was good to see. We'll get into all of that and the reasons why in a moment. But today's reason for correction and falling down in price is also a build on top of what happened yesterday. Again, it's due to the tariffs right now. China have now finally retaliated. And yeah, we'll get into all of that in the stream. As always, we've got a lot of good updates as well on this stream. Again, Binance rumors that are building, which we've got, I guess, further evidence supporting that, if you want to call it evidence, or speculation, if you will. We have updates regarding the Kaspa documentary, 10 BPS updates, and a lot more. So as always, if you enjoy the stream, doing the stream daily, leave a like. Share with your friends, subscribe for more, all that good stuff. Yo, everyone, welcome back to the stream. What's up, Tony, my man? Welcome back. Hopefully having a very good day. So we can see right now, Kaspa's currently down 8.35% on the daily time frame. It is currently just holding in and around 10 cents or just below that, which is good, all things considered, because as we know right now, below 9 to 10 cents, there's not really much in terms of support for Kaspa. So should we lose these levels right here, we'll likely see another massive correction back down like we saw yesterday. So as long as we hold this, I'll be very, very happy. And at the same time, I'm not trading Kaspa. I don't leverage trade Kaspa. I invest. I'm holding it. I've spot traded. So, if Kaspa comes back down, great. I buy the dips. I'm not particularly bothered about these corrections in the price right now, because for what's coming in this cycle for Kaspa and for what's happening right now, I believe it's actually giving Kaspa more time to release and build their developments in time for the rally. Right now, sources suggest from what I've seen that we may see more so a Q3, maybe even Q4 top. And I will cover some of that in this stream, but those who are part of the executive community here will find out after today's stream a lot more detail why I believe we'll see a much later rally, which is great for Kaspa and also a great time for us to build our bags more. So more opportunities coming, of course. So what we've been seeing right now in regards to Kaspa, exchange wallets are getting drained like crazy. Absolutely insane stuff. And that's a good thing, because it shows us that we, the community retail, we have been buying the dip. And we have therefore seen massive withdrawals from these decentralized exchanges. Of course, if we look at the wallets right now, we can see that actually these wallets have, scooping some up again. So they've come back again. But interestingly as well, wallet number 5. Wallet number 5, interestingly as well, has also been scooping up a lot more, 11 million Kaspa. So they're almost now at 500 million Kaspa allocated in their wallet. We think it's Binance. We'll get to this in a moment right now. But again, it's very, very interesting to see, and looks like Kaspa as well has now been updated properly. So we've now seen about 50,000 wallets that were just evidently not meant to be there, to be removed. So now Kaspa's only got 430,000 addresses. But at the same time, I'm still very optimistic for this. I still think it's a very good deal, considering we've not got any major tier ones. We've got Kraken, and I'm happy about Kraken, happy about Bybit. We haven't got Binance, haven't got Coinbase, haven't got OKX. The 3 big ones yet. Once we get those, these addresses will definitely rally up a lot higher. I still think we could easily see 1 million addresses this cycle, and still Kaspa can go much higher from here as well. So we've seen a lot of withdrawals yesterday due to the whole liquidation, and retail bought like crazy, which is very good to see. Evidently, people have sold back to the exchanges. That's why you've got so much coming back into them right now. People want to obviously put some trades in down like that. That's also why CoinNext, at least most likely the reason why CoinNext delisted their margin trading for Kaspa, because people also bought at the bottom when it was at half a cent. And obviously now they have no more Kaspa left in their holdings. And Crypto Post Light here alongside Kaspa Silver and alongside myself have all just said something to the community here, which is just, over the last 24 hours, it's been a very tough time for Kaspa, but ultimately it's not really a cause for concern. This is part of the game, if you will. If you hold on to your bag and bought the dips, and props to you guys, you've done very, very well, and you understand ultimately what you hold. And the same thing Kaspa Silver says as well. Emotions all over the place right now, price all over the place right now, but once again, nothing has fundamentally changed. Know what you hold. Now, one thing Postlight does state here, which again, this is my personal opinion, nothing against the guy at all. I think he's a very, very good content creator, if you will, without the right, a good influencer for Kaspa especially. He put it down here, at least somewhere here. I remember him saying this. So this may be one of the last times. I remember seeing it when I was reading through it earlier, but I remember him saying somewhere in this paragraph section here, it's like this may be the last times we see a correction. So, and again, for me, I still think we see some more downside. I do. And today is proof of that much, because again, China's now retaliated. Although things are looking optimistic again, which I'm happy about, but right now the market where it's at, it's tough to say where Kaspa's going to go and crypto's going to go from here. Long term, and I'm talking next few months, up is my prediction. Very strong prediction in that as well, a long, strong conviction in that. But in the next couple of weeks or so, we could see some more downside. We'll have to wait and see how the tariffs plan out, how the markets pan out, how today's crypto press conference pans out as well. We'll get into that all in a moment again. So yeah, Kaspa's crashed a lot right now, but in the span of 12 hours, when Kaspa crashed down to 7 cents, it returned back to 11 cents. Now it's back to 10 again. Either way, it's still holding relatively strong at these levels of support, which is a testament to our community, how strong we believe in what we hold, how strong we believe in Kaspa. And the reason why is put plainly here. Kaspa has an insane amount of inscriptions and it hasn't even broken a sweat. It doesn't even get enough credit. Remember when Bitcoin just crumbled under inscriptions? Ultimately, this post is highlighting here. Again, to use an analogy, you guys know I love my my highway analogies, if you will. Imagine like a highway. Bitcoin is a single lane road. It's only got one lane to go back and forth, and there are too many cars trying to use it, so it just gets jammed. Whereas Kaspa has a multi-lane highway, so you can be smoother and faster for allowing the traffic to flow quicker and more seamlessly. The advantage of Kaspa, and Kaspa's again barely broken a sweat right now. We haven't even got the level of adoption that we're expecting to see with Kaspa, with smart contracts, with stablecoins, and so much more coming. What's up, Mr. Miles? Hope you're doing very, very well. And don't worry if I switched to the live chat already. What's up, Buff? Link to you, Toe. Hit the like button. You know the deal. If you love these streams, we're doing these streams all the time, every single day. Then show your support. What's up, Shiley, my man? When will the alt season begin, according to you? And what's the Kaspa projection in 6 months? Well, arguably, and we'll get into this a little bit more later on in the stream if you stick around. Arguably, alt season is about to start, or at least the first alt season is about to start any second now, or any day now, with Eric Trump stating, in my opinion, it's a great time to add Ethereum. And we also saw Trump buying another 86,000 Ethereum worth $220 million while retail was panic selling Ethereum not that long ago. Now, of course, Ethereum, alt season tends to start when Ethereum reaches all-time highs. Right now, we are over $1,200 off that. We are currently about 33% off from this peak here of 4K. So once we surpass that again, that's normally a good indicator of alt season. But again, we'll come back to it a little bit more in a moment. But we're seeing institutions now starting to be bullish back on Ethereum. Therefore, a good sign we can start seeing alts coming through and start to rally more so very, very soon as well. What's my price for Kaspa again? Still the same as always. I still think $2 Kaspa is not out of the realm of possibility. A 50 billion market cap. What's up, Mike, my man? Hope you're doing well as well. I'm great, my man. Having a very good day so far. What's up, Greg? Still watching the David Sachs thing live. Being a giant nothing burger so far. I didn't know that the David Sachs thing was... I knew it was going live at 2 p.m. ET, but I hadn't done the conversion time for, obviously, me being in the UK. So I didn't know what time it was actually going live. Nothing burger's not the best of things to hear. Although we're going to be covering that a little bit again today's stream, and it could be good. Maybe they announce one big thing. We'll have to wait and see, though. What's up, Bingo Bango? You're doing very, very well. And yeah, Mr. Miles... Make sure you don't put on the lotion on the skin so you don't get the hose again. You know it. Mr. Mars is currently locked in the basement, apparently. But anyway, the continuation. One of the big announcements we're talking about is Binance, of course. Good thing Kaspa wasn't listed on Binance with all these tokens. The market is messed up regardless of Binance. So we can see here all these tokens that we listed on Binance recently. ARK, Vine, Griffin, Pippin, all these tokens since their listing, and happened quite recently, have all come down quite severely. Binance have not been the same they were in the last cycle, where their listings were a sign of something, you know, of something better, really. Now they're more so a sign of a market top for the projects. And that's because this cycle became very much driven by meme coins and hyper speculation. And therefore, you buy the rumor, sell the news. The rumor of Binance listing caused the prices of meme coins to pump. Once it actually was listed there, you sold, you took profits. They've not been listing any really, you know, strong projects recently. Trump, VVV, Anime, you know, all these sort of projects here, they have nothing behind it really. Swarms is one that we did see a post from Johnny talk about supporting Swarms. That's not done very well either. But as it's AI based, maybe it comes back. We'll have to wait and see. Again, I need to look more into swarms myself. But Binance is normally now a sign of a market top. But for me, in actuality, it's just because the listings they have been doing are just not good enough. We had this leak here from Dalton, who's part of the Kaspa team, where he was talking about Kaspa and what they're building, the fact that it's similar to Shiba Inu in the early days, but also made a paragraph point here stating, from what I can say from very trusted sources, is that while I don't have a specific date, I've been told February is the month for Binance and Kaspa. Now, of course, this is, trust me, bro, based on his opinion, but again, I'm inclined to believe right now, don't be emotionally logical, but I'm inclined to believe in what he is saying here. Because he is part of the Chaos 20 team, one of the bigger projects, so he's definitely in some form of inner circles with them. And of course, under NDA, they can't say too much, but they can disclose some things. And of course, we've got OKX rumors. OKX notoriously follows in suit after Binance, like many other tier 1 exchanges. We already seen many exchanges like Binance, of course, hint at Kaspa listings. Been happening for a month now, since the beginning of the new year, and even then longer than that. Binance been doing it for a long time, but more recently they've been leaking more and more. We also have been seeing the likes of OKX jump in as well. They made 3 or 4 posts as well in this sort of style, kind of hinting at a Kaspa listing. And then we most recently, as of 2 or 3 days ago, saw crypto.com jump involved as well. And the reason why I believe that these all may be resembling Kaspa is once more again due to something that Johnny stated, which is that Johnny stated at the time of the DWF announcement that they're also currently conversing with another American exchange, which for me is unlikely Coinbase, because Coinbase notoriously are very, very late. So I think it's a possibility it was crypto.com. And they're all, again, doing these posts in unison to each other, which I think is a very weird coincidence to me. Again, we'll have to wait and see, but I do believe that there is some merit in what Dalton stated here about potentially seeing a Binance listing happen for Kaspa this month in February. And I've been saying the same thing myself. I said it in my last few videos. I'm making a video right now, which I'll be uploading about an hour or two after today's stream, which will be going in more detail about the sort of stuff as well, and about everything happening in this space in a more structured format again, so make sure you tune in for that when it comes out. We're also seeing, again, like clockwork, wallet number 5, scooping up more Kaspa, 11 million Kaspa, nearly 500 million Kaspa holdings right now. If you look at this wallet in question, you can see every single 3 to 4 days, happened on the 4th, happened on the 30th of January, happened on the, down here, scroll down to the 27th of January. Every 3 to 4 days, this wallet ends up accumulating a significant portion of Kaspa, like clockwork. And arguably, they might have done it yesterday if we didn't have a massive market crash. So it's very, very convenient once more, this wallet can buy more and more. And again, this is speculated to be Binance's wallet. It's a massive exchange. For me, again, for me, it's a massive exchange. And these little, test Kaspas, for me, is also supporting my belief, because these tests were happening at around the time that Kaspa made the announcement about their next stable release of Rusty Kaspa. And they strongly advised all of the mining pools and, node operators to actually test this new stable release. And Binance pool does test on testnet 11. So I think this is likely going to be an exchange that does at least have some of node operation with Kaspa, so hopefully therefore likely Binance as well. We'll have to wait and see, of course, but I think Binance February is, looking like a more of a possibility. And in regards to 10 BPS as well, Michael Sun himself made an announcement recently, which effectively, shout out to Casper Frog, my man, for tweeting this to me, confirms that testnet 10 fork from 1 to 10 BPS is going to be happening this month and according to plan. So we're going to be seeing right now getting closer and closer towards 10 BPS on the mainnet, which is a very big deal, and I'm very optimistic about that. And that what we think to be talking about regarding the listings. For me, listings is not the biggest thing for Kaspa. It's the adoption regarding institutions and the fundamentals that really matter. But of course, with retail side of things, with our community, we believe listings are very, very important, which is understandable. What these listings want, as Dalton highlights here as well, is these big players, they know how to time the listings to ensure maximum impact and potential. While a lot of these projects have seen some downside at the announcement of the listings, it done very, very well. So again, that is good to see. It's good to see. And we'll see a lot more, I'm sure, coming with the listings coming as well. And what we'll be waiting for, as Dalton highlighted, is they're waiting for the right time. They want event catalysts. Now, the current trade war and the tariffs being implemented did cause Kaspa's volume to spike up to 500 million. Right now, it's back up to 109 million, which is not as good if you want to see it. We can see it again being dominated by that. It's a Gate, then L-Bank, then Mexian, then Bybit. Bybit's been staying quite strong, around 10% to 12% for the last week or two now, which is good to see. We want to see more high volume with the major exchanges first, and that'd be a good catalyst to see that. But the big exchanges will likely list, as KF confirmed, as Wolf is confirmed, as Dalton's confirmed as well. They want to see event catalysts. So they want to see high volume on major exchanges. That can come through these trade wars. It can come through more crypto announcements. We'll see it hopefully very, very soon. It can also come through these developments towards 10 BPS onto the mainnet. Because that could be deemed as an increasing FOMO for Kaspa, knowing something big is about to happen, that Kaspa's going to be faster than the majority of not all other projects in this space. And with that, adoption in due time will start to rally, especially when you get the stable coins on Kaspa and the smart contracts as well. Kaspa's got a lot more coming to it, and this documentary will be another big part, I believe, that could help and get this adoption rally more so as well. You've got a PSA from Kaspa, a group of film and documentary professionals, along with the help and consultation of Kaspa ambassadors and other core contributors, are looking for your feedback and support. Obviously here, regarding the Kaspa documentary that's going to be coming out. Right now, donations are still ongoing right now, and I think they're rallying slowly but surely, but hopefully we'll see this become to fruition, and it can hopefully get listed on something like Netflix. It'll be very, very big, getting Kaspa's name out there. Once more information like this, all of this will be retweeted on my Twitter page here, which I'll leave a link to in the chat, but also be retweeted in my community as well. So if you want to find out more and look at the information yourself, then you go check out my community, free Discord community here, link in the description chat, also on my homepage here as well. But Kaspa still is, again, in an early stage, and frankly, we can still actually say this market is still in an early stage. Information that I'll showcase in a moment will prove that such, and information that I'll disclose privately to the executives here will further confirm that we still probably got another few months left in the cycle. And I'm talking maybe 6 odd months. I'm talking maybe Q3, Q4 sort of level of rallying. Kaspa doesn't stop building, Kaspa Ghost here doesn't stop building, the Chaos community keeps building more and more, and Kaspa Media even made a post here as well, talking about, market sentiment now for Kaspa and where we're looking at. And the TLDR of it, the summary of it, as I highlight here, is Kaspa's market may be expecting some short-term weakness. What I've already stated that myself. We might see some more short-term pullback for Kaspa in the inevitable short-term, but the underlying fundamentals remain solid, and long-term are continuing to accumulate more and more because they see Kaspa as a great, investment. That's ultimately what's happening right now. So we do right now lack momentum to go up, but with what's coming up very, very soon, I think we'll be generating the momentum we need to start seeing Kaspa rally quicker and quicker. And some of that comes down to what we're going to talk about in a moment in this market. Before I do, I'm going to answer some questions very, very quickly. 17 cents killer, the biggest dreamer in the building. Yes, I am one of them, because I do wholly believe in Kaspa where it's going to go. I don't really care about the short-term price action. But again, if you trade it, of course you will. Traders got liquidated very, very hard. That's why I don't trade Kaspa though. I trade other projects, of course, mainly in the meme side of things, but don't trade Kaspa. What's up, good to go? So you're doing very, very well, my man. Stu Clark. Yo, you too, my man. And yes, my man says here, hit that like button. You know the deal. Be doing this shit every single day. Welcome to the stream, everybody. David Sack live is done. Completely nothing burger. Not really sure why they had the event, to be honest. Glad to be in a way better live stream now. Well, I appreciate it very much, Greg. It's a shame to hear that his crypto, press conference was complete nothing burger. I was hoping, and I'm pretty sure the video that I made pre-recorded does state maybe we'll see some announcements regarding, Bitcoin reserves or something like that. Evidently nothing's come out right now, which is a shame. The fact that they had a press conference is something, at least, I guess, showcasing they're still bullish on this market. But yeah, I don't say nothing is not ideal, hence probably why the market's correcting a little bit more so right now. I think the market was correcting following today's announcements with China, and they was holding on because they thought this conference today would end up turning the tide, but evidently nothing's happened, so that's why the markets are coming down a little bit heavier again today. But I'm hopeful that this will just be short term again. What's up, John Doe? Why is Kaspa the worst performer in percent loss and gain? Well, effectively, if you talk about the very, very immediate short term, My belief is because the market's corrected or crashed even following the tariffs and the trade war, and Kaspa has very, very minimal levels of support underneath 10 and 9 cents. We can see here levels of support here because Kaspa went straight from 5 to 15 cents in the span of 2 weeks. There's not really much in terms of support around this area, so it's very, very hard for Kaspa to stop going down if it comes down this far. They talk about in the whole cycle, well, I guess it's because Kaspa's been building a lot, and it also, it's already highlighted as well from like Christian as well. He said that I think Kaspa actually pumped too early. Kaspa did all this stuff here. It did very, very well up to August, so about 7 months ago now, and it's been struggling since August. It's not been able to pump anymore. But since that time, think about what we've actually had released by then. We had KRC20 come out, which was great, but actually stole liquidity from Kaspa. We've seen more rate cuts are fantastic as well. We saw the KRI, which is great as well. We've seen more projects launched on KRC20, which is all good as well, but we haven't had anything. There's been nothing that's come out to really be a price driver for Kaspa in this period of time. The big one would have been KRC20, but that would have just stole that KRC20, which came out in and around here, and that just stole liquidity from Kaspa, hence why Kaspa came down further and further from going into the memes. We haven't had any tier 1 listings. Well, we had Kraken, tell a lie. I had a Kraken here, which did very well, allowing Kaspa to start rallying up to here. And then we had a whole market correction following, I think that was just market turnaround, to be honest. I think that's actually a significant reason for that correction in the market, December time. And 18th, well, around here, there was an announcement, there was something that happened here. I don't remember what it was that happened here that caused the whole market to correct here, but Kaspa came down quite heavily from here. I think it might have been war developments, if I'm not mistaken, which of course are bad for markets. Kaspa's struggling, but the reason why, to my belief, is because they're building a lot, but nothing's actually come out that gives it the use case just yet. But that's all coming out in the next 3, 4, 5 months during this cycle. So, as Kathy was stated, the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. When these developments come out and the adoption starts rallying on top of Kaspa, the breakout, I will believe, again, not financial wise, but I like to believe it's going to be very, very explosive. When you mention the possibility of $2 Kaspa, are you talking years down the road or during the cycle? I'm saying the cycle. I think years. I mean, Kaspa may only reach $1 this cycle, or may not even reach $1. Again, this is my own personal belief, not financial advice, do your own research. But from my understanding of this space and understanding projects like Solana, for example, or Cardano, for example, where you look at these two massive projects that we like to believe inherently are not as efficient as Kaspa, or at least they won't be very soon. Solana, as of August 2021, went from a 9 billion market cap up to 80 billion in 3 to 4 months. Cardano went from 10 billion in January, December time, and jumped up to 95 billion during the cycle of 10, 11 months. Point being is, projects have their own time to rally, and a lot of Kaspa big developments are coming out in the next few months. And with that could potentially be the event catalyst needed for the listing to jump on board and also for Kaspa to start rallying very, very quickly. It's been suppressed for a very long time. It's very undervalued. That much is evident. So I think we could see a quick rally, and I don't think a $50 billion market cap is that accepted for Kaspa. When we've got institutional adoption being here, we'd like to see trillions of dollars flooding into this market. I think we could see a 6 trillion market cap for crypto. Can Kaspa reach just 50 billion? You see a 6 trillion market cap for crypto, that would be a 2.5 trillion altcoin market, give or take. So can Kaspa reach 50 billion, which is only 2% of the total of the altcoin market? I think it's possible. I think Kaspa can attain 2% of the total altcoin market. It's a top, well, almost, it was a top 20 at one point. Now it's a top 50. But it's still not got all the other projects in this space have their developments out there already. All they're waiting for is just the market to rally. Kaspa's still building a lot. So I think it's still got a lot more coming to it. But anyways, let's talk about the market and the stuff happening right now. So of course, this whole correction right now we saw, remember in the last 24 hours during the whole flash crash, we saw apparently $2.16 billion across the whole market liquidated, which is the single largest liquidation event in history, beating that of COVID and FTX, which is absolutely nuts. That is insane. But more so, as I highlight in my video I'm going to be posting later on as well, this number is a lie. Bybit CEO Ben Zhao highlighted and stated, "I am afraid that the real total liquidation is a lot more than $2 billion. He estimated it actually was at least around $8 to $10 billion, which is absolutely insane. Because Bybit's 24-hour liquidation alone was $2.1 billion, and yet we can see from CoinGlass it says it's only $333 million. It was significantly less. Like, look at that. Bybit, 333 million here. But it was 2.1 billion according to Binance. And it's according to Bybit here. So, therefore, Ben Zhao believes actually it was a hell of a lot more. And that's precisely why the market correction was so heavy, because a lot of this stuff is just, it's not transparent. That's actually why I believe another reason why we need Kaspa, because Kaspa's open source, fair law, proof of work, it's decentralized. So everything is on-chain and available to see. You won't be able to have this stuff will not, they've been hiding the data. And they're going to say, they do say they're going to try and be more transparent in the future, but I would like to believe, I want to see the results. I don't want to hear, empty promises. We've seen Coinbase constantly throw out empty promises about, we're trying to list good projects. Yeah, they're listing all these memes as well, like VVV, that crashed so they listed it. Which is actually one thing I want to highlight as well, because Coinbase now have also announced they're going to be listing Tau, which I'm happy about, because I think Tau is going to be a decent project to cycle, one of the biggest AI projects in this space. However, all exchanges so far have been listing projects that have caused massive correction in the price. So Tau may come down further. For me, Tau is one that I do hold, and I'll plan to scoop up some more, because I do think AI is going to be a very, very big factor. Something, again, I've disclosed to members in my executive community here. We've seen a lot of research documents highlighting the importance of crypto and AI from institutions and why they believe in it. So I think Tau will do very well. And Coinbase listing it is a very good thing for Tau. So that might be, a sign, if you choose to want to invest, but again, not financial advice. But Coinbase, again, have been very bad about it as well. So we need more transparency in the space of what Kaspa will provide when it has its developments and stuff come out. The reason we saw the correction was due to the tariffs. Trump issuing 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico and 10% on China. And he also confirmed you'll see Europe get some tariffs on it as well. And also he stated that you can see 100% tariffs on the BRICS nations, which is absolutely insane. Now, thankfully, the relief rally yesterday, when we saw the massive crash, relief rally was a result because, the countries like Mexico and Canada ended up, listening to Trump. Trump bullied them and they listened. Mexico confirmed here that they're now having a 1 month pause on their anticipated tariffs because they are now doing as Trump asked. Canada did the same thing. That's good to see. However, today's correction for Kaspa and crypto, Kaspa's now down 9% and coming down heavily, is because of the lack of information, as I believe from the crypto press conference, as has just been highlighted from Greg, my man, shout out to you, but also because of China. China, earlier today, is set to impose 10 to 15% tariffs on US oil, agriculture, equipment, coal, and LNG. And China's the second largest economy in the world behind America. So that is if Canada fights back or Mexico fights back, America can probably just kind of take that on the chin and not really care and force them to submission. China's harder. A lot harder to force them to submission. So that's why the market's correcting today. And because, again, this conference meant to be happening, it was a complete nothing burger. We were hoping to see a Bitcoin reserve or, some other, maybe some stablecoin legislation coming out, something like that. We've heard apparently nothing from it, according to Greg. So that's also why everyone was kind of hoping for something to happen, and now nothing's happened as a result of it. So the market's now coming down heavier again. The reason why I'm not too worried about this again, though, is because apparently Trump and the Chinese president or leader apparently are meeting to discuss tariffs in a crucial meeting this week. So sometime this week we'll hear that, and that could be the turnaround event. So we might see some more short-term pullbacks, but then again, hopefully they'll come to a solution and we'll see a reversal, which is what I'm expecting. Again, I do think February will be a very bullish month for crypto and for Kaspa, again, with the potential there being a balance in this month. And again, because altcoin season here pretty much has been confirmed, as Eric Trump has stated it's a great time to add Ethereum. And that's a good sign that we see altcoins start to rally. Furthermore, even though this meeting was a nothing burger, David Sachs has apparently already stated that NFTs and meme coins are collectibles, not securities, which is interesting because it gives the understanding, in my belief, there's more. They're trying to help institutions to get access to the whole market. Now, we can agree or disagree with what David Sachs says here, but ultimately, if Trump's crypto czar is bullish on NFTs and meme coins, then chances are the market still got a lot more upside coming in for it. Unfortunately, today's conference call was press conference was not as bullish as we wanted it to be, but hopefully we'll see more announcements come up very, very soon. Speaking of which, there'll be new various Bitcoin bills that have been introduced in Oregon, New Jersey, and Mississippi, and Indiana. Oregon, even, apologies, I definitely butchered that. And more importantly as well, in accordance to this post here from Seth, US job openings actual was 2.6 million, previously was 8.1 million basically. So effectively the US job data is much lower than anticipated, which therefore, could... this is a big deal because right now with the whole tariff things, this can lead to inflation and therefore the dollar rising and therefore bad financial markets. Should this be the case, this could also indicate that the Fed needs to cut rates to balance out the unemployment. And I'm not sure if it will happen if we get rate cuts, are fantastic. Of course, it'll be great for the markets. I cannot say we will for sure, but I can say that I'm not surprised the job data has been misinterpreted, if you will. I think every single time I look at this information from every single source now, I see it. Some form of lies or manipulation has been happening, whether it be from the Fed, the government, Twitter, no matter where it is, something is just not true. And that's the whole point. That's why we do these streams daily, and also why I have my free community here, and also the executive community here, to try and find the truth and try and maximize the benefit we can make from crypto. So again, if you want to know more, links are in the description chat, also my homepage. And the executives here are even more locked in, as I've already mentioned, trying to maximize the benefit from crypto. Regarding alpha information, again, the information I talk about in today's stream, I'm going to go into more detail in that community later on, highlighting the importance of other information and macro factors that support the claim that we're seeing a bull cycle later on. We do weekly live streams there as well, amongst everything else there, to help try and benefit the community to get a better understanding of what's happening. And we also do trading picks. Right now, we're taking a bit of a step back from trades because trading has been a bit, volatile due to the whole tariffs and everything else in the market. But in saying that, one of our ongoing trades that we've been holding is MLG, and yesterday that spiked up to 240 million. So we've seen almost a 8x with MLG so far, and I think it's still rally higher. So MLG is a great pick for us. I'm still holding that one. That was a great pick. And we have other ones that have been doing what we got a 6.5x with Trust in Web3, also a 24x in the past, one of our first trades with Exo Cortex. So we've seen a lot of very profitable trades so far. P&L is quite good, very good even. So, and alongside, trades, hidden gems, exclusive alpha information from institutional documents, risk management, everything else with other weekly live streams with pro traders analysis. All the stuff we provide here. If you want to know more, come check out a 7-day free trial right now. So you can join for free. If you like what you see, the Binance, come sign off. If you don't like it, you can leave. That's fine. No problem with that. It's only $49.99. And when we do increase the price as well, if you join at this price right now, you'll be grandfathered in, not having to pay anymore ever again. And the information provided in there is which is why when I see these corrections in price right now for Casper and crypto, I'm not worried. If anything, I'm filling my bags more so now than I was earlier, because the information that we're talking about in the executive chat and providing in there does make me believe that we're going to see a lot more coming in the cycle very, very shortly. Very shortly. Not just the macro factor as well, also the research. The macro is also important, but also the research as well. That is very, very bullish. And hopefully we'll see alt season start very, very soon. That'll be very big for Casper. I think February again is going to be very, very big for Casper, especially if we get more rate cuts as well. I mean, the adoption of Bitcoin and crypto is still going to be parabolic. It's still growing more and more. El Salvador's tripled its average Bitcoin purchase this week, and in 21 Bitcoin in the last 7 days, which is absolutely nuts. FTX repayment is going to start on 18th of February as well. That could be an event catalyst for Binance as well. And then here you got Travala has integrated crypto payments in over 100 tokens for 2.2 million hotels on Trivago, offering Bitcoin and AVA rewards for crypto-based bookings. So we're seeing crypto again becoming more integrated into the whole financial system as we know it. And we are still basically it's not even phase 2 yet of adoption for crypto, and it's still so early. There's still so much more to come. That's why I'm not worried about these pullbacks. That's why when people are flooding Casper about its price, I don't really retaliate to it. I'll reply to you and try and give some form of FUD deterrent to help, but I don't have a problem with the price of Casper. I'm not trading it as well as why. If I was trading Casper, maybe I'd be a bit more upset by it, because obviously I would have probably got liquidated, but I don't trade Casper because I don't want to. Caspa's one that I can see can make it $2 this cycle, and of course can make 10, 20, 100 in the future to be. I don't need to, leverage trade Kaspa. I could hold it for years and years to come and make insane gains. That's how I view Kaspa. Other projects, like the meme coin side of things, I use these other projects like these stuff in meme here to hopefully make some quick capital and put those profits back into Kaspa and my other conviction picks. XRP is one of them. Not a massive conviction, but I have some conviction in XRP due to its institutional adoption and its utilization in the financial markets right now. Recently, there was another team published an article about on the 31st of January, so last week, talking about the implementation of ISO 20022 projects like XR, like Ripple's on-demand liquidity, HBAR, Hedera's network, and also XDC's network, to allow the implementation and trading of Australian stablecoin, AUDD, on their platform. So again, Ripple's getting use case of stablecoins already. That's why I hold XRP and these other real-world assets. But again, Kaspa, what they're building, they have the gigawatt stablecoin. They have Warp Core as well. That's ISO 22 compliance. That means Kaspa, hopefully in the future, can also tap into and allow to replace XRP because it's decentralized and therefore it's safer. We'll have to see if that comes to fruition. I hope it will do. I believe it will do. Kaspa is my biggest conviction by a long way, and the gains I've been making through these picks here, I put into Kaspa. Also my hidden gems, some of the AI based, because again I think AI is going to be absolutely massive. I'll probably make a video on AI this week. Obviously not going to disclose any stuff that I've talked about to the executives here, because that's for these members here. But I'll be talking some big stuff that I've seen regarding AI anyways. That's very, very bullish. That's still why I believe in AI and why I think some of these projects like Desync, like Tau, like Render can be big gainers of the cycle. If you look at the Kaspa chart, it pumped during the bear market while everything, including Bitcoin, was bleeding, hence the long consolidation at the hard hit when it broke the strong resistance. Either way, the chart speaks for itself. Kaspa is inevitable, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree as well. I mean, that's one of the... I don't highlight that point as much anymore because that's one of the things that Kaspa holders highlight all the time. Kaspa does so well in a bear market when everything else was dumping. And it's true, and it's worth talking about. But I'm trying to talk about... to try and deter FUD now, I don't try and talk about the past. At least not in the past for Kaspa, because again, the past is not always a resemblance of the future. So therefore I try to talk about what's coming for Kaspa in the future. And then resemble that to what that could be for the price. Which again, we're seeing tier ones on the doorstep. Binance potentially happening this month, which I think it will do. You got the likes of 10 BPS, again, developments happening right now. You got smart contracts coming out in summer. With Igor Labs as well, hopefully accelerating that sort of development. You've got stablecoins, which again, we've seen how big stablecoins are going to be in this market, and I've got information again in my community, the free one, but also in more depth to the executives here, talking about how big stablecoins are going to be in this market, how the big demand for it, and that's why Kaspa doing that is so bullish. So yeah, this tariff war is frustrating in the short term, especially if you're a trader. But it looks like we may see some alleviation later this week. And we're seeing some more bullish indicators for alt season about to start. And, this nothing burger did definitely not help, and that's why the price started to come down heavier again. Hence why Kaspa now is down almost 10% and losing this level of support now, or maybe at least trying to lose it. Have to see, wait and see. That could be a cause for concern again, because again, Kaspa has not got much support below 9-10 cents. But at the same time, long-term side of things, this is me just I'm gonna just buy more Kaspa after the stream. I will. It's undervalued in anything. Seeing Kaspa below 10 cents is something that I thought I'd dream about. And I'm very happy that I have the opportunity to do that again. That's me personally again. Trading on discretion, not financial advice. But equally with Tower being on Coinbase as well now soon, I'll probably also be adding some Tower as well, being a decent AI project. Which again, no one really talks about Tower that much, about how it's equally not done it's done similar sort of price action to Kaspa as well. It's not moved for over a year. And I think Tao's going to be a big gainer this cycle. Again, not financial, that's my own personal opinion, but I've seen how big AI is going to be. The institutional adoption of documents that have been published to the executives here is proof of how big AI is going to be. Why I'm very optimistic about it. And we talk about it in our weekly live streams every Saturday. And I'm also going to be posting the information in my chat, in the channels, throughout the community. Throughout the executive community throughout this week. So they can see what we're going to be covering as well in Saturday's stream coming up. Good evening, Brett. Hope you're doing very, very well, my man. Did you see there is a new mystery wallet on the scene for Kaspa Wallet 13? It's hit 21 million USD of Kaspa and buying every day. Bought a lot on the dip. I have not looked too in depth to that. Is it this one? I'll copy this here and look at Kaspalytics to see if I can find out. Someone did mention to me about either wallet 14 or wallet 13 that was buying since November. Buying since November. So it's not this wallet, no, it was wallet 14. Wallet 14 that I've been buying quite consistently since November. Has it already jumped up? It already jumped to the top 10 or something. There was a wallet we looked at yesterday that ended up saying it looked like it was buying since November. Let's see if we can find it. I think it must be one of these two up here then. 11? Not 11. That's just probably a massive holder. That level of that graph looks to me like more like a holder than an exchange, a big holder. What about this one, number 12? Yeah, here it's number 12 now. So yeah, they've been buying since November. They've been buying quite repeatedly, similar to like how the number 5 been buying quite, telegraphed in a sort of reoccurring fashion. And it bought on the dip. I mean, that again, it's not surprising. It only bought on the dip, definitely, even now, if you bought on the dip, you would have made your money worth so far. Because it's up back up to, 10 cents. So, by the way, the overall performance of Kaspa is very strong. It just depends on when you got in. True. If you got in around here, then yeah, of course, you're not feeling as optimistic. If you got in around here, you're a bit upset, but you're not that bothered. If you got in, obviously, early, one of the early holders down here, you're laughing. Although in saying that, I got in around here, but I didn't buy that much back then. And I've been buying a lot more now. And my average is now higher. My average is higher than 10 cents. So I'm down on Kaspa, but I'm not worried about it. I continue to buy at these low parts to lower my average. I think Kaspa's going to be a very good project. I've been saying so for a while, so I'll be talking about Kaspa every single day. And the Bingo Banger says here, in the joking sense once again, Mr. Miles, who is apparently locked in a basement of mine that I don't even know exists. If you get 55 likes, he'll be freed. So, yeah, to free my man, Mr. Miles, leave a like, share your friends, and subscribe for more. What's up, DD? Hope you're doing very, very well. They didn't say anything special during the announcements that just happened. We are waiting for good announcements. The assembled dwarves wanted us to be kissed by Snow White. I mean, yeah, that's what I heard from Greg as well. Apparently, it was a complete nothing burger. That's probably why. Again, Bitcoin right now is down about 2.5%. It was down about 1%, before the press conference, because it's coming down because of the China tariffs. And the press conference was what's keeping it up in the speculation that we might see some big announcement, because it was a nothing burger. It's just coming down again. Although, again, if this comes to fruition, it'll be short-term pullbacks and then just major pumps after that, I believe. That's, again, my own personal belief, but I think we've got a lot more still coming. Kaspa's beating a lot of resistance at the 10 cents range. I think it's more likely to drop down to 8 cents, maybe even 5 cents before a chance for breakout. I think 8 cents is likely now. Although, again, if we look at the levels of support here, it's very hard to really determine what the supports are going to be due to the lack of, Kaspa's not really been around this range very much. 8 cents is around here. So that's definitely, that. Even though we only saw it very briefly, the wick touching there on 3 occasions, 8 cents could be a level of support again that we could see Kaspa, rebound back to again over the next couple of days. Equally, 5 cents, again, that's one really far down here. I would be surprised if Kaspa comes down that far. Not saying it can't happen, of course, but I'd be very, very surprised. I think Kaspa's more likely to come back down to this area around here. Worst case. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. And, that's... I'm going to be continuing buying either way at these prices right now, because I think Kaspa's got a lot more rallying ahead of it. Again, especially because potentially this month we're going to be seeing Binance happen this month in February, which I'm optimistic about, and I think it's a good possibility of such. You're welcome, my man. Hopefully that helped out, and I mean, yeah, appreciate you being here, my man. Continue the grind on learning more and more. That's what we're here for. Especially now with the new Chinese retaliatory tariffs. Yeah, again, that's I agree with the retaliatory tariffs, that could cause more downside, but in a weird turn of events, China's tariffs should have been more aggressive. Think about it. Canada and Mexico issuing tariffs The reason why we saw a crash yesterday for the market was because Canada retaliated. Tariffs aren't necessarily good for markets anyway, at least in the short term. And also the markets were closed and opened up again on the Monday. And when it opened up, there was a massive panic and sell. China's issued tariffs now, and China's economies are much bigger than Canada's and Mexico. It's the second biggest one in the world. Yet the tariffs from China have not been as disastrous, at least, coming down as heavy. And again, this could cause more for the downside, but hopefully, again, we can see some relief coming soon. Ultimately, I sort of think it's just people being emotional, which is, again, if you're trading, expect more downside, but I think people are just overselling, truth be told. I think we'll see some more downside still, but I think people are just overselling right now. I'm not remotely worried about the markets. For what I'm going to see, from the macro factors that come out today, I'm still very, very optimistic that we'll see a lot more higher highs in the cycle to come, and they're coming later on as well, which give Kaspa time to release all its major, milestones to allow Kaspa to start to rally as well. Trump caves. Eric needs to tell his father to stop crashing the economy. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. I can't say much to it. Trump's, been in office for a little over 2 weeks. He's trying to do, the most to try and, I guess, fix, if you want to say fix the economy after what Biden did. Again, that's up to your own interpretation. That's how I am just laying it out there. I'm not saying I interpret it that way. But he's trying to do a hell of a lot right now. And it's gonna, I mean, it's backfiring right now. It might turn tail in the future to be, and I think it will do. But right now, the market's definitely struggling. I have to see where it goes from here. I have seen and read from several that they are waiting for Kaspa 10 BPS for February 10th Kaspa listing. You have to believe that, or they have gathered the 7 crystal balls. The 10th of February is based on the distribution period coming to an end in and around that time. If not, it's the 14th of February. And that could be a catalyst, that's believed from the funding wallet stuff. For me, I think it's going to happen in February. I'd like to believe so. Whether it be around that time, whether it be later on, whether it be around the FTX repayments being another catalyst as well, we'll have to wait and see. I think Binance is waiting for the optimal time when the volume for Kaspa is high, which right now the volume is not the highest. We need to go up higher again. Lambo cancelled for the time being, but long term, no. The executives know a little bit more and know why it's not cancelled yet. Still got a lot more upside. I see dips, I buy simple, yes. Very simple and very, very smart, my man. At least that's my belief again. Yes, Lambo. Yeah, we will see a Lambo soon, but it's cancelled right now. I think Kaspa will have its own bull run. I think Kaspa in the future will have its own bull run. I think Kaspa will have its own miniature rally ahead of the other ones. But this cycle, I think, is going to just kind of follow in suit, because all the developments are going to be coming out, but it won't get the adoption necessary to let it to start pump by itself. You might see, Kaspa come back through a correction. Like, let's say Kaspa goes up here, see it come back down here, and then start pumping everything else during the bear cycle because of what it releases, and Dagnite and what else, we'll have to wait and see again. Edward Dirty, clearly not ruled out. I still feel a little dip. I have not yet repurchased the alt sold 1 week ago, apart from Kaspa bought too early. Hey, you say you bought too early, but if Kaspa reaches 50 cents, $1, my predicted $2, even higher, it's not early. You're still buying Kaspa early. There's not a thing as too early. Obviously, yes, I know what you mean before the massive crash, but still looking very strong for Kaspa right now. And yeah, we could see some more downside. I do suspect as much right now. I still think Bitcoin might come down again to, it can come down again to touch this like 97k level again. We saw it come down to 92k when it crashed back down. We could see it come back down, steady back down to here again. But right now it seems to be that 92k is the level of support for Bitcoin now. I'll be surprised if it comes to lower end if we get some next level Black Swan event and like a full on trade war goes on, or maybe the yen carry trade just goes completely kaput as well. Just remember, everyone's stables are amazing for Kaspa, but we won't see the real effect of it, at least this year. It takes time. Yes, that's the thing as well. It's not a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. So while all the big events come out for Kaspa this year, which will help in getting adoption and price start to rally, it needs the adoption and use case, and people actually jump on chain and use it. But that's not going to happen immediately. It'll take a while for it to start rallying through. It'll take a while for Kaspa to start stealing liquidity from the other platforms like Solana and Cardano and Ethereum. It will happen, but it won't be immediate. But I think what's happening in the cycle enough will be the FOMO needed with institutions as well to help capital at least rally to, hopefully $2. And then the cycle to follow it will go even higher. Hopefully reaching top 10. But yeah, don't get upset if you don't get a gold candle as soon as we get stable. 100%. I'm expecting to see some price rally, following Binance, following Coinbase, following OKX, following 10BPS, following stables. All these developments, I'll see some form of price rally. I expect so, but I'm not expecting to see capital jump by 5x in value. I don't think it'll happen immediately. Yeah, it was 13, and they bought November, and so they're buying. So it's number 13. I'm just buying up more and more. You can see here. Yeah, this wallet has appeared out of nowhere. I would like to speculate it's probably an exchange because, again, the nature of the buys are just so structured and more or less the same. Of course, there was a lot at the early stages, and then it's now become more of the same amount every single time. I like to believe it's an exchange of sorts. I have to wait and see. Again, seemingly we've got 3 exchanges right now that seem to be, somewhat gearing up: Binance, OKX, and Crypto.com. Of course, that's speculative, but I think Binance is definitely going to be first. I think OKX will follow quite soon afterwards. And again, seemingly according to Johnny, they are talking to American exchanges as well. So hopefully that's Crypto.com to follow in suit as well. If you don't get at least 30 likes, I don't get fed. Oh yeah, so if you don't like the stream, then Mr. Mars will get fed at 30. And if you want to stream, you've got to be 75 likes apparently. So I don't know where this narrative came from. It's ridiculous. If Trump threatens to tariff Europe, we'll dip lower. Yeah, and that's also true, which I do highlight in my video. I'm going to upload in the next hour or two, that Trump has confirmed we'll be seeing more tariffs as well from the European Union as well. So we'll see more downside. I suspect we'll probably see more downsides. It depends on the retaliation as well. But again, I think it's short term. There's still possibly more downside, but I think long term is still due for a much higher cycle. The US is China's largest customer. It's why we don't see larger tariffs. They don't want to force us to manufacture our own stuff again. I mean, yeah, that's why I imagine that's the case as well. Because again, for the tariffs, you saw 25% on Canada and Mexico, but only 10% on China. So I imagine that's also the case as well. They don't want to be too aggressive on China because that could be disastrous. But either way, we've seen a retaliation from China as a result of this, and now apparently there's going to be a meeting this week to discuss the tariffs, which hopefully, I'm hoping that comes to fruition because, well, apparently you're scheduled today, but as soon as we get the announcement of tariffs, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens today because, again, we did see the announcement of tariffs when it came through from Canada and Mexico. The next day, those two met with Trump and came to an agreement. So hopefully that means the tariffs are being discussed right now with China, and they're going to hopefully come to an agreement, and we'll get the announcement tomorrow morning. Should then see a relief rally again, and then of course it'll be Europe next, and so on and so forth. They know it, if it keeps getting pushed, then it can happen. I think Trump's basically trying to push the economy of America around right now and trying to be the bully, which I think is, again, he has the power to do so, and he could hopefully get away with it. I mean, I say hopefully purely because the sooner this whole fuzz out of the way, the better it is for the markets. But until now, it's a lot. Right now, the market's just struggling because the uncertainty could have FUD. That's what's happening right now. America can't compete with Chinese manufacturers. Temu's operating at a loss just to keep the prices low. Yeah, they can't compete right now with the Chinese manufacturing, definitely. But America's economy is larger. That does give them some form of, leeway, if you will. But China's still the second biggest for a reason. So, that's why they can't be too aggressive with China. I wonder if related to KRI, the Gigawatt stablecoin. I mean, yeah, actually, that's not a bad shout either. It could be related to the KRI. Lining up with the Gigawatt stablecoin, whatever it may be as well, is definitely a possibility. So I'm not against the idea at all, really. I think we've got a lot more. I think there's going to be some very big projects coming out for Kaspa very, very soon. Some big holders again. And I think we've got some big things coming as well. Website's been updated right now. I'm sure we'll see some. I mean, I'm sure we'll see some more relief for Kaspa very, very soon. We may see some more downside, but again, Binance seemingly on the cards. 10BPS updates again, which is good to see. Eric Trump confirming the start of alt season effectively by saying time to buy some Ethereum, and they're starting to buy Ethereum as well in bulk, a lot of it. And looks like China has retaliated, but they might come to come to an agreement very, very soon. And yeah, things are still looking very, very good. We might see, again, more rate cuts, be hopeful. And unfortunately, this is a nothing burger, but this for me is still some form of good news. That they're still very bullish on other elements of the crypto market that are not even deemed as important. So it means that utility tokens like Kaspa will have a lot better standing as well. But I mean, that is what the main bulk of what today's stream is going to be about. Just, I mean, got through that very, very quickly today, which is surprising. I must not ask any stupid questions either, which I'm very surprised about as well. But yeah, right now the markets are in disarray, if you will, disarray completely. Kaspa again is struggling, but is holding around 10 cents, which is good to see. I am expecting more downside right now, should be told, with the tariff and trade war still ongoing. I'm hoping to see a relief with China in the next day or two. Hoping Kaspa start to make a rally back up to 11 cents again, but it could come back down again, definitely. So if you're looking to trade Kaspa, then maybe wait for the time being. If you're holding tokens and you're worried about the market, maybe look towards holding stablecoins for the time being. I've done that with my trades. A lot of these tokens right now, I'm still at MRG. Obviously, these trades here I've already made profit from and I've taken out. Our community made profit from and taken out. But other stuff that I've been trading, swing trading, whatever it may be, or even like some of my holdings like C, for example, that's come down quite heavily. I took that out and put in stables. I'll probably get back in around this level as well, because it's definitely at an undervalued level right now. A very strong level of support for C here. Sui again has come down quite a lot. But again, this is just for me. Again, you'll see more. Markets are not going to just be up and down. I think you'll see some more shakeouts, definitely. But I want to say this is arguably the final shakeout before a massive rally of sorts, especially for Kaspa, again, with so much seemingly on the cards. Being 10 PS and Binance right now seem to be edging closer and closer. So just keep doing your research, guys. Like, there's so much more to come. I think we've still got a lot more to come. And if you want to know more about this space, by all means, come join the free community here. Link in the description chat, also on my homepage. We're talking about crypto and Kaspa constantly, trying to spread education. Got a lot of very knowledgeable individuals in there. And if you want to be even more locked in, maximize the benefits of this crypto space regarding institutional documentation, alpha picks, hidden gems, alpha information, ahead of time, all this sort of stuff they provide in there. It's currently a 7-day free trial to the people who sign up to the executives right here. Come join it, like what you see. Sign up if you don't. By all means, you can cancel. That is perfectly fine. Only $49.99 right now. And I do think we'll increase the price in the future, but you'll grab it in this price right now. And the information that we provide in there, I mean, we've been very profitable in there so far. But the information we provide in there as well, I just, again, give me a lot of conviction, and our community a lot of conviction that we're going to see a lot higher highs in the project that we've picked as well, the hidden gems as well in this cycle, and Kaspa is going to be one of those as well. You just called Kaspa a token. Yeah, well, I guess, yeah, it's technically a coin or token. Just token's a generic term that, I know you're joking, but I saw a post about it from Kaspa Silver a while back as well, also making the point about it. It's not actually a token, because it's a coin. It's actually a currency as a coin, but token is just a term that people generally tend to just give to cryptos in general, a crypto token. It just seems like all crypto does is dip down, a rally to where we just were not in a bull run. To me, I mean, yeah, I understand that predicament and that sentiment, but at the same time, think about it this way. We are currently in disarray and quite disheartened by the market right now. Bitcoin's near 100k. And you can't see me right now, but I'm shrugging my shoulders. Like, Bitcoin's near 100k. And we're currently frustrated with the market because it's not rallying enough. And I get it, because most of us are in alts want to do much, much better. But yeah, like, we've seen Bitcoin jump from 67k up to 108k in the span of like 2 months following Trump. So yeah, again, I understand why it feels like all we're doing is just going down and we're not really rallying, and it's just frustrating, taking a long time. But for me, it's a matter of time. It will come. It will come, and when it comes, it'll be a great day for all of us. Cycles take a while, and again, I've highlighted in the past way this document from 2017. The cycle for 2017 didn't pump it didn't get to the top till December. We're currently in February. You've got another like 9 months potentially, 7 to 9 months, if maybe around that time, for the market still pump. And again, we've seen Solana pump drastically 8-9x in just 4 months. So you can see a similar sort of scenario of Kaspa as well. Tokens are coins issued on a network like Cas20 are tokens. Kaspa's a coin. Okay, well that's a differentiation. Yeah, I mean, again, I would just call tokens just, there's so many tokens that kind of everyone just calls it a token. But yeah, the differentiation is definitely quite evident. So I'll be sure to do better. Do you think Mr. Mars wants his freedom, or does he like his free lotion? I mean, apparently he doesn't. Only 29 likes, I'm going to get fed today. It's crazy. Dogecoin, Shiba, token. Yeah, the differentiation there, I can definitely see it now. So yeah, it's Kaspa coin, not Kaspa token. Ethereum is the number 2 exchange platform project in this space. It's number 2 because it's connected to a smart contract. I'm one of the early developers as well. But it's going to do well this cycle. And again, they're starting to look into get into Ethereum now, which is great for alts. It's going to do well this cycle, of course, but I think Ethereum will slowly but surely get cannibalized by better infrastructure, like Kaspa's, like even XRP's, because it's just not scalable enough. It's too expensive, and equally it's not quick enough either. XRP's is quick enough, or quicker than Ethereum's by quite a margin, and cheaper. Kaspa's is far cheaper, and will be much faster as well. Yeah, I think it's already quick. I think it's already as quick, but it will be a lot faster very, very soon. So yeah, I think Ethereum will do well this cycle. Institutions want to get into Ethereum, but I've seen documents again, which I'm going to highlight to the executives here, that it looks like Ethereum. They're looking for other use cases. They're looking away from Bitcoin now to find actual infrastructure projects that are going to support their financial infrastructure. Which again, Bitcoin's not in that question right now. Neither Ethereum. So I have to wait and see. Kaspa is a token. Ethereum is an exchange. Yeah, quote me on that. You're definitely not getting fed today. But with that being said, all jokes aside, thank you everyone for watching today's stream. As always, if you enjoy, leave a like, share your subscribe for more. If you want to know more about crypto, have a community where you can just chill, chat and learn more about Kaspa as well, and everything else there is to know that comes on the free community. Again, links in the description. I'm using the homepage here in the chat. All the information here I'll be retweeted on my Twitter page. Come follow me there as well. And if you want to be even more locked in, max on the benefits you make from crypto through alpha information ahead of time, weekly live streams, hidden gems, you name it, the works. I'm trying to find a lot more in there. And will be a lot more provided when the market starts to rally again, which I think will happen hopefully in the next week or two. Come to the executives here as well. Link in the chat description, also my homepage as well. Have a great day, good evening, and good night, everyone. And I will see you all tomorrow. Take care now. Tomorrow's stream will be actually a little bit earlier.